near the crime scene on your way from your residence to, I guess, to lunch or to wherever you were going next?
Hello, everyone. Mona and I are here and ready to get started. Welcome. Good evening. Happy game night. How are you all? We're working out a little situation with Mona in the chat, but one way or another, we're going to get this worked out. So hopefully everything's cool. First of all, could you all tell me if you can hear me okay? And by the way, it's going to be easier tonight. It's going to be easier. You're going to get points. So the way this is going to work is that Mona is going to be Judy. So that means I'll ask the questions like we do it with Judy and I ask the questions. She keeps track of the points. And she's the decider. And so tonight, Mona's going to be the decider. So hopefully it'll be some questions that you really get. Now, hopefully you saw in the community tab some of the hints. So before we get started, I just want to do this disclaimer here. This is not a YouTube contest in any way. This is just something we're doing for fun on our channels. And we also know about Dan that he liked to have fun. He liked trivia. He liked to play games. And so we're doing this in the spirit of Dan Markel. We absolutely mean no disrespect to his survivors. We just love to do this as a community event to get together as we await more news in Dan Markel case. So with that, let me bring on Mona. Hey, Mona.
Hi. Hey, Dawn. How are you?
So how are you doing today, Mona? What does your shirt say?
Oh, this is a Radiohead shirt. No matter, it's like a whole. It's a whole. Can you read
A
it?
radio shirt? No
A
matter what.
Radiohead shirt from a concert a long time ago.
I can't read it. No matter. I see.
Well, it's got a whole lot of words. It's really just for Radiohead fans. I just like the colors.
Oh, okay. So is it like a lyrics or?
Yeah, it's a lyric, but it goes across my whole body.
And you don't want to tell us what it is?
Well, I'd have to take it off and read it because
You don't know what it is, in other words.
I knew it years ago, but I was
Okay.
thinking, I think I want that Radiohead shirt tonight
It's a cool
because it
shirt.
was so dark before I tried to brighten up the whole vibe.
Oh, I love that. You mean look at you go. I love your flowers too.
Those are Friday farmers market flowers, and those are Saturday farmers market flowers.
Nice.
So
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm getting some kind of weird notification from YouTube, but I'm glad you can hear me okay. I think last night my mic might have been going on the fritz, so I'm keeping the mic off. Um, so, well, Top Cat, you might get a lot of points if you're the only one playing today.
Top Cat's gonna win. Do we have a
So,
prize tonight?
no prize tonight. I do have a prize, but they have to email me about it. So it's different. It's not a Judy prize. So what I want to say is we're going to do things a little bit differently. So for those of you who are replaying, this is going to be really fun for you too. So with the answers, I'm going to play the clip so that you can hear it yourself and sink it into your memory in case the questions ever come up in another game. So this is a really good game for that. And we have two different Jeopardy categories. We're going to kind of keep this, Top Cat, where's all your friends? Two different categories, and we're going to do 5 each. We weren't sure if we were going to do a short version tonight or a full length, which is 20 questions. So we'll start with 10 questions, 2 different categories. And let me get this rolling for y'all. Okay, so let's see. The first category is called Drunk Wendy. And the second category is the frenemy Jeff. So, Top Cat, you get to pick. You get to pick the category Drunk Wendy or frenemy.
We're waiting.
You have to
Category.
give it a little time. So I noticed that last time. It's like, give it a little time for them to type. It's
You mean
like,
change my entire personality to be patient?
okay, drunk Wendy it is. So as I mentioned earlier, I'll be asking the questions. Mona is Judy. She's the enforcer, and she's keeping track of points. So let's see if you can at least get a point. Okay, Top Cat?
I'm writing Top Cat.
Okay. All right. So question number 1. What did Wendy say when Isom told her he knew she had a lot of friends? What did Wendy say? And oh, by the way, I'm sorry, Drunk Wendy is based on the police interview Wendy did with Detective Isom, the one and only police interview that we know of, and probably that exists. And this was like a 5-hour interview, so she said a lot. So what did Wendy say when Isom told her he knew she had a lot of friends? Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do.
1 for Top Cat.
Awesome. All right. So do we want to play? Let's just have fun tonight since there aren't as many people, I won't feel as much pressure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to.
I have a lot of friends.
I know.
How do you know that?
Well, you had 2 of them up there for last lunch day, right?
Last
It's been 2 years.
Sorry. So she sounds drunk to me. Does she sound drunk to you?
I think she just sounds kind of off.
Well, we know she's not drunk, but if you don't know her, don't you think she sounded really drunk on that one. That's why I called the category Drunk Wendy. That's her.
I could see that.
Yay, Top Cat. Okay. Question number 2. Let's see if I can find the file. I have so many tabs here.
No, we have to ask question number 2 first on.
I'm looking for the file so I can ask.
Oh, okay. I thought you were timing it with the Jeopardy song.
I hope I didn't close it. I hope I didn't close it. Oh, God. I might have closed it. All right, hold on. I'm singing to I see what you're saying. I'm singing to myself. Do.
I talked to myself.
Oh, that is the file. Okay, I didn't realize it named it that. Okay, question number 2. Drunk Wendy. How long after Dan and Wendy met did Wendy graduate from law school? How long after they met did Wendy graduate from law school?
Do I feel like guessing? Because I'm not sure.
Go ahead and play, Mona. You can play. Mona does not know the answers, right? I mean, I did not share this with Mona. Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't share. That's not what she said. It's not what she said.
Oh, is Top Cat right?
Nope. I will play the clip. So neither of you got it. That's okay.
I didn't know I could play it.
Sorry.
Yeah, what is
I have to.
he was a professor and I was a student for 1 more year.
Do you think someone would do this?
It was kind of hard to hear. I knew him for a year.
For 1 more year. Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. Because she's drunk, it's hard to understand what she's saying. I'm going to just go with that theme, right or wrong. Okay. But it was right in between the 2 of you, 6 months and a year and a half. Split the difference and you got it right. All right. Question number 3. What was Wendy's answer to Isom when he asked if someone did this for her benefit, would do this for her benefit without asking her? What was Wendy's answer when Isom asked if someone would do this for her benefit without asking her. And
Can't answer that because I doubled that question.
And this is a yes or no answer. Would someone do this for your benefit without asking you, Wendy?
What was Wendy's immediate, emphatic answer?
Mm-hmm. And to me, it's
it's a
Yeah.
lot.
mm-hmm. That's right. It's an absolutely, no one would do this without asking her. So what can we infer? They asked her. She knew, right? Is that a fair inference?
I think so. Because
Do you think someone would do this for your?
Oh, sorry.
full disclosure, I screwed up and thought I was supposed to do the Wendy questions.
Yeah, hey, that was
benefit without asking you?
no. So
Do you think someone would do this for your benefit without asking you?
no. Hey, Taterbug. Hey, Mona's Mister. Mona's Mister. Oh, Mona's Mister. It's the tech guy. The tech guy is in the house.
Oh, he's so much more than that.
I'm sure he is. We know that. We know that. All right. So yes, it was an absolute no. And what do you think, Top Cat, Taterbug, and Mona's Mister? Would you say that's a confession? Well, that's an admission of guilt. She wasn't.
100%.
Yeah. When she said that, I was just like, what?
Yeah, but you have to put into context of way later finding all that was.
No,
that,
because during her interview, she's going on about Charlie hiring a hitman.
That's true.
And then she goes on and says, no, he wouldn't do it without me. Yeah, so. Okay, Taterbug, just so by way of review, we're on the first category. We're on the first category. It's called Drunk Wendy, and it's based on the police interview with Isom, and I'm showing clips for the answers after. Yeah. So Drunk Wendy. And Taterbug says it didn't hear the segment, but if it came out of Wendy's mouth, she's guilty. That's right. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, I call it Drunk Wendy because she sounds drunk to me in the first segment. You only missed a couple of minutes, so you can replay that one. All right, and so far Top Cat has 2 points. So question number 4 on Drunk Wendy is, okay, this is good. This one's going to be a little juicier. Okay, so pay attention. This is a 5-part question. I'll make it really easy for you, though. There's going to be 5 points available, so you have to answer each question with a separate comment. So don't put all the answers in one. Okay, so each answer, that way it'll be easier for Mona to keep track of the points and that kind of thing, too. So 5-part question. First of all, this is the first part. When Isom asked Wendy who was at her house the morning of Dan's murder, what did Wendy say? And I'd like to be very strict on this one. What did Wendy say? Boom, 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 boom. What did Wendy say when Isom asked who was at her house that morning, the morning of Dan's murder? What's the first thing she said? Who was it? Okay, Top Cat, she was not by herself. That's not what she said. Okay.
I think Taterbug. JML might have. Which house specifically?
Get closer. Any more guests? Any more guesses? We're getting warmer.
I can write it.
An exact quote, but we probably should know this one, just as people obsessed with this case. Any more before I give the answer?
Isn't JML close enough?
Well, you don't just. We haven't decided yet. We haven't given the answer yet. So then
I'm not being a good Judy. I'm like, hey, man, close enough.
Well, yeah, but we haven't given the answer. Then you get to decide. Do you know the
Oh,
answer?
okay.
Do you know the answer?
I think I do. Can I
What is
say
it? What is it?
the Best Buy repair guy?
Incorrect. The exact quote was the guy from Best Buy. So that was pretty close. But she
Okay, so
also said, which I think is extremely important because she wasn't prompted for this, the only person was the guy from Best Buy, which tells me he wasn't the only person at her house. Just so you know, that's just me. Okay,
Did
but her answer was the only person was the guy from Best Buy. So Betsy Bet's good. So
You know,
Mona, you get to pick which one gets it. Now you
Well,
can pick.
since the Best Buy repair people are the Geek Squad, I think JML should get that one. What do you think?
I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, and he also said guy, which she said guy.
Yes. I
Yeah.
thought she said the only man at her house. She
No.
didn't. Okay.
No,
Guess
she
I don't know how to pay attention anymore.
Well, here we're going to go right here and find out what she said.
This for your benefit without asking you?
Okay, who was at your house this morning?
The only person that was at my house this morning was a guy from Best Buy because my TV was broken.
The guy from Best Buy. All right, tater bug. We've got Top Cat and Tater
You
Bug.
know,
so I'm making
yeah,
them
because
both.
Tater Bug actually said repair guy and TV. So I guess
It's up to you. Make a decision.
I don't know. I guess Tater Bug, because we're not doing the one guess and then he went or
Okay.
she went Best
All
Buy.
right. Okay. So the next question on the same category, you just do you, okay? The next one was, so when Weiss, I can't talk. When Isom asked Wendy who was at her house the morning of Dan's murder, and she said the only person was the guy from Best Buy. After she told him that, she said four different things. Okay. So 4 points, one for each answer. Put the answer in a separate comment. What four more things did she offer after she said that about the situation?
And this is post the
Hi, Beverly.
repair guy.
Yeah, in the same conversation. And you could tell I cut it off, but she kept talking. She didn't just stop by saying the guy from Best Buy. What else did she say? She said four different things by way of why was the guy from Best Buy there, even though he didn't ask that.
This was during stopping the hyperventilation crying.
Mm-hmm. Boom. That's right. My TV is broken. My TV was broken was the first thing. 3 more. So that's 1 point, Mona.
Okay.
What else did she say? Right after my TV's broken. Again, he didn't ask her this, which I find very interesting. What'd she say after the guy from Best Buy, my TV was broken? What else did she say? 3 more things.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be in order. 3 more things she said as to her, alibi that she probably already had prepared, which is why she's spitting this all out, even though he didn't ask.
Top Cat, get one?
That is not quite, she does say that later, but not here. So yes and no.
Jersey
Hi, Jersey
Dude. I
Dude.
think that's
Yep. So that's 1 more. She said, because the boys broke the TV. She thought that was really funny.
my voice.
It's so weird how she just starts laughing. Yep. Okay, so Jersey Jude gets 1 point. So we've got 2 more things she volunteered, which come up as like, let's call it an alibi for Wendy, where she was that morning. Boom, boom. 2 more things. What would she would have said? And we've heard it all before. It's so obvious.
How about what
But
Taterbug said?
one of the things she said didn't make any sense. Which one was Taterbug? Well, that was already taken by my son broke it.
The screen was messed up by the kids throwing something. So we're done with the kid part.
We're done with that. I'll read the whole thing and you'll understand why. So 2 more things she threw in there. In between, my TV was broken, and because the boys broke the TV, she said 2 other little things. And they were really short clips. You know she had it memorized. Allegedly.
Jersey Jude.
Shiraz, very good, but that isn't just yet. That comes up later. Very good, though. What did you say, Mona?
Jersey Jude said, my brother gave it to me. That's part of it, isn't it?
Nope.
Ugh. You would think I would know this by now.
This is afterwards. She just, you guys tell me when you want to. Let me show you the answers in the private chat. Mona, can you get at that, hopefully?
Let me see if it will let me. Oh my goodness. I just got a headache reading all that.
Reading it? Right, exactly. Okay, hey, Shiraz.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. You guys tell me. Hi, Lady Zimbaline. How are you? Okay. You guys want me to, I'm not doing a timer thing. I thought that was just like torture, but there were more people, so it's easy for me to say. All right, are you guys ready for the answers? We got 2 out of 4. What is the question, Janet? Hi, Janet. Okay, let me repeat the question for you. Okay, we're going to repeat the question. It's a 5-part question, and so we've got 3 out of the 5 answered. Let me start from the beginning. When Isom asked Wendy who was at her house the morning of Dan's murder, what did Wendy say? She said the only person was the guy from Best Buy. And then she said 4 other things in quick succession, in no particular order. And the first one was my TV was broken. Then she said 2 other things. And then she said, because the boys broke the TV. So we're looking for the 2 other things that she said.
That's funny.
Anybody remember? And by the way, you could be doing your homework if you look under my community tab. I gave a lot of hints.
Meaning answers in short clips. Right.
Short clips, yeah. Okay. Should we call it? I'm going to call it.
There's a lot of people saying things that are accurate about it, but I can't remember if it was from her testimony or the interview.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it. So it's a 5-part question. Here's all 5 answers. The only person was the guy from Best Buy. We got that one. My TV was broken.
Mm-hmm.
It's under warranty.
Somebody wrote that.
I have his name and everything. Because the boys broke the TV. And when you think about her just spitting that all out after her pretend cry, it's pretty remarkable. So if somebody had it, that's your pull it up.
Shiraz, that she had to talk to Charlie because the warranty.
She just said it's under warranty. She didn't say anything about Charlie. She said, the only person was the guy from Best Buy. My TV was broken. It's under warranty. I have his name and everything because the boys broke the TV. And she said it like that. Now we'll play it for you.
Yeah, I guess we didn't get them. Just 2.
Yeah, well, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Nobody got it.
Who was at your house this morning?
The only person that was at my house this morning was a guy from Best Buy because my TV was broken and it's under warranty.
Good for you.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, a guy from Best Buy was at your house to work on your TV?
I have his name and everything at the house. If you want it, because the boys broke the TV. So
Because that's so funny. Oh, God, she drives me crazy. Okay, that's it. Points go to whom?
We had one for Taterbug and one for Jersey Jude, but the other things were nobody wrote warranty. It just didn't fall.
Okay, so we had the guy from Best Buy, TV was broken, and the boys broke the TV, so there should have been 3 points in there that somebody got. You didn't write that down? Yeah, why is it so funny? She laughs
Martin
at the
said Top Cat got 2.
Where's
Got the second.
Yeah, so there should have been 3 points in that one given away.
Okay,
I know, I'm sorry. It's like, why is she it's like she's pretending to cry and then she starts, ha, this is a tell for her fibbing is that she'll giggle, right? Or for doing something wrong, she'll laugh. Like, she hadn't graduated from law school. She thought it was funny that she hadn't graduated yet when she met Dan. Okay. Work on TV or get estimate. Yeah, and the whole under warranty was not true either, was it?
So
it was an older TV.
So far, since we have other people, Top Cat has 3 points, Taterbug has 1, and Jersey Jude has 1, and that's for since we started the questions. I don't think the other 3 points were met.
Qualified. Okay, there we go. All right, Top Cat, Jersey, and so 2 points so far. Okay. Next question. Oh, I'm going through all these, I guess. Never mind. Next question. This is a 2-part, so it won't be so long. It's a 2-part question regarding Wendy's answer when Isom asked Wendy what kind of car Charlie had. How many cars did Wendy say Charlie owned? I thought JML got one, dear. I'm sure JML got one in there.
I'll go back and look while you ask that.
I'm sure of it. I knew there was one other. Thank you, JML, for reminding me. You don't have to cry.
JML got Guy from Geek Squad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put JML down for 1. We're loose here. The enforcer is on a break.
Yeah, the enforcer will be back next week. Then we have to behave ourselves.
Oh, Judy, if you're watching, forgive us for our laxness.
Okay, Taterbug. Yeah, has it. 5. How many cars did Wendy say Charlie owned? Another giggle, 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 because this is so super gosh darn funny, right? 5. He has like 5 cars. Okay. That's funny. Okay, and the second part to that question, you guys probably know it's coming. So many cars, right? What single car did Wendy describe while still laughing? So she said he had 5 cars. She's still laughing. What car did she describe to Isom? Because she just thought it was hilarious.
I think Taterbug got it in that answer.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. Taterbug.
Well, no, what single car did Wendy describe while still laughing? But yeah.
So
Okay.
Top Cat got it.
Oh,
Police car.
Helen.
Helen got
back.
it.
Let me go
Oh, yes,
back.
she did. Yes, she
They're flying.
did.
So many cars. Yeah. So an unmarked police car. Okay. So here's the clip.
The brother that you're real close to, I have to do a lot of elimination at the same time. The brother that you're really close to, the one that joked about the TV and everything, what'd you say his name was?
Charlie.
Charlie, and he's
The one that joked about the TV and everything, that one. Now watch.
in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what kind of car he has.
He has like 5 cars.
I know.
He drives them. Because I think one of them is an unmarked police car.
Oh, really?
He's a bit of a character.
Okay.
God. This is why I have an adult beverage here tonight, going through these again. All right. So that's it. She's laughing the whole time.
Well, she's crying and hyperventilating and all sorts of. I could see why you should think she's drunk, because
Yeah.
drunks
really-
are like that.
She might have had a little for lunch. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we should check that receipt and see if there were two, not just
Yeah.
for the.
I love how she calls him a character when really he's a sociopath. But okay. I call all sociopaths in my world. Like, but he's a character by trying to diminish what he's really all about. Woohoo! She cries in the wrong places, exactly. All right, so all right, one more here. So that was a two-parter. And this is the final question for Drunk Wendy. How many minutes into her interview did it take for Wendy to start blabbing about buying bourbon for a stock the bar engagement party? How long did it take for her to start blabbing about the bourbon?
That's a good question.
Boom, boom, doo, 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 doo. Mona's whatever is gone. Come on, you should know this, Mona's tack.
I don't know, because I knew it was super fast.
It was really fast.
Okay, look.
Not that fast. Not that slow.
I thought I'll just guess this, because I know there's something about that, but it could have been the page number it was on at one of the.
And this includes all of her fake crying and stuff. She's like into this pretty quick. But we know why, because that's also part of her alibi is what she was doing over there, right? Getting warm. We're getting warm.
It was right after the Best Buy repair guy.
No, actually, that's right. Technically, that is right. Because we are going in order on these clips. So I will share the playlists for these if you didn't see it in the community tab, because I have them in little shorts. And boy, there's a lot in there. Yeah. Okay. So any more guesses on how long? Did everybody put their answers in? Any more answers?
There's a lot of answers here.
Mm-hmm. Oops, Shiraz says 3.
There's a 2, there's a 3, 32.5, 25, 7, 3.
Oh, you've got 25. Okay.
I guess.
All right. I think everybody has. It
16.
was a little over 5 minutes. Just
Oh.
a little over 5 minutes. Just a.
Well,
which
if
is fast.
if we go by math, how that works.
And this is like she's crying. She's told Dan was shot as if she didn't know, doing all the dramatics, did the whole alibi thing. I had only one person at my house, which means there probably was more than one person at her house, because everything she does is a lie, in my opinion. But within 5 minutes, she's talking about the bourbon.
I get to choose who gets it, right?
Well, no one got 5.
I know, but if you think about a math class,
Oh, okay. Now you talk.
estimation, the closest number without going over is
It would
the right
round up
answer.
to 6 minutes, and nobody got 6 either.
Yeah, but 3 is close. The 7 minutes is above, so 3 should win.
No, you round up, you don't round down. So it would round up to 6. So 7. If you want to give it to somebody, it would be 7.
See, you said I could choose.
Well, you brought up math, and I had to correct you on math. I'm sorry. I can't let that one go. But you can choose. I don't care. It's up to you. 'Cause who did 7? Who asked? Who answered 7?
Taterbug.
Taterbug. All
So
right.
Taterbug, you get it, but I would have given it to Shiraz.
Yeah, we got to be good about the rules though, because yes, Judy would be.
If we were doing Judy, yes, she would be.
Yeah,
If we were doing
Judy would be nobody got it.
But
Nobody
if
got
we
it.
were doing Judy, she'd have a timer going.
Well, we're not doing time. No, we're not doing that. Okay, so the next category. So that was 11 questions under Drunk Wendy. It's 6. Okay, we've been out for about 40 minutes. So now we're going to a new playlist. And this is the frenemy, Jeff. Jeff the frenemy. Okay. So this is an easy one. Are you ready? Are you ready for Jeff the frenemy?
Ready.
Did Jeff... I gave it back, JML. I thought we gave you...
No, JML has a point. Do you want me to
we gave it back. I got you, JML. I got your back. Okay. Did Jeff meet Harvey and Donna? Yes or no? Did Jeff meet Harvey and Donna face to face? Yes or no? Yes or no? You only get one answer. I think some people answered more than one on the last one too.
I think Lady Cymbeline got it.
Lady. Boom. Everybody got it. Yay! Lady got it first. Oh, yeah. Watts was bad. The lover, whatever her name was. We don't need to mention it. Okay. Helen, maybe. They snubbed him, probably. All right. All right. And for some reason or another, Mona was not able to log into the chat, so I'm doing this for her here. He says Donna was dismissed as okay. All right, so let's go to that one. Well, that's a pretty yes or no. We don't have to go to that one. Okay. What 3 things? Okay. Mona, you need to really watch the chat on this one. Because there's 3 descriptive words. Okay. You only get 1 chance at each. I'm sorry, I was distracted by somebody. Dawn's profile picture looks like Charlie before he went to prison. She could be his other sister. Oh, am I supposed to be offended, little Tom? Aw. Guess what? I'm not. Bye. Okay. That was fun. I love doing that. Okay. The frenemy Jeff. What 3 things did Jeff say about the Adelson house? He used the word house. I think he meant home. What 3 things did Jeff say about the Adelson home? Remember, this is 1 point for each answer. Put in separate comments, and they are descriptive words. And I'm going to grab the link.
I'm paying attention.
What? Oh, yeah, Helen, you can do whatever you want with that one. Only because I got distracted, and that's really the only thing that's like annoying. Otherwise, okay. What 3 things did Jeff say about the? Okay, 3 words, 3 comments. So don't put them all in one comment. So Shiraz, you just unfortunately disqualified yourself because you could have had 2 more chances. 3 different things. There's some pretty.
I like that one.
It was not cold. What I will say is they were not positive. They were not complimentary. Okay. It was descriptive words, as I said earlier, what he was describing, and it wasn't positive. And those are the only hints I'm going to give. All right, while you're doing that, you watch. Can you see the comments? Oh, yeah, you've got the thing. Okay. I'm going to get the other thing up.
Is Judy right? I mean, Jersey Jude, right?
I'm sorry, I'm doing something else for a minute. Okay. How come it's
Let me see if I have that.
not letting me. Whoops, that's not me. All right. Oh, it's in a different spot. Okay. Why don't you read while I'm doing this? Maybe that'll help.
If I could see that small print, I would. I'm going to find it.
That's okay. I can go back. I'm good. I've already got my thing back. Okay. All right. So far we have
I like Helen's answer.
they snubbed him. Donna was dismissive. It was stale, needing updating coal, clean house, and Donna was washing money.
I just gave it to you.
Cold, tennis court, nope. Gym, no. Nope. You have cocktails. It was not a mess. It didn't smell.
Maybe she didn't send me this one.
Wow. Yeah.
I still picture that. I always picture like grabbing a handful, like for everyone. Huh.
All right. I will play the clip because I think I've stumped you all.
This is Stump the Chat.
Stump the chat. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put the answers up. Okay, let me see if this is it.
Have you met her parents?
I have.
Is there anything that you can tell me about them?
Everyone in that family suffers from a severe lack of
Whoops. That was the wrong one.
I liked it
in
though.
that house. It's real strange in there. It's real secretive. It's real weird.
Did you hear it?
No, I
3.
was
Okay, I'm going to do it again.
House. It's real strange in there. It's real secretive. It's real weird.
It's real strange. It's real secretive, and it's real weird. Strange, secretive, and weird.
yes, I heard strange, but so no 0 points.
0 points. You know, Jeff said everything was strange. So if you ever have to answer something in the future, and it's regarding Jeff, put in strange and you've got a 50% chance of, I mean, it was strange. I don't deny that, but yeah, real strange, real weird, real secretive, real weird is what he said. Yeah, it was hard to hear for sure.
I was just jiving to the Addams Family song, so I forgot to listen.
Good tries. Good tries. Yes. Okay. Right. So he did meet them, and he did say he went to their house. He didn't say apartment, so I wasn't sure if it was before they moved or if he just said house, meaning apartment.
Which trial was that clip from, Dawn? Do you
That
know?
clip was from his interview in 2015, right after the murder.
The first interview?
Yes, the one right after the murder. Yeah. So I will share this playlist for you guys too, because it's really telling little clips of what I thought was Wendy, what I thought was important. All right, next question. I gotta move this now here. Okay. We're almost okay. What flaw did Jeff say he agreed with Dan about regarding Wendy? What flaw did Wendy have that Jeff agreed with Dan about? And the way that he was described her in legal documents. What flaw did Wendy have that Jeff agreed with? That's right. She was a liar. Yep. Okay, so we will play that clip. Oops, I'm on the wrong one. Let's put Wendy away. I lost my screen here. Okay.
We are a scream, the Addams Family.
Yours has 4?
That's pretty crazy stuff. I mean, no sense of guilt, no empathy.
Oh, sorry, that's not the right clip, and I don't want to give any away. Oh, I lost the clip. Okay. Yes, you got it. You got it. Sorry about that. I don't want to play that clip.
So Shiraz got it.
I'm going to
right?
read the exact quote. I'm not going to show the clip because I don't want to give anything away for the next ones. Okay. Let's see. He said, Wendy was a pathological liar with a systemic pattern of deception. Yeah.
Oh, right. All these educated people. I forgot they know all the words too.
Well,
Lawyers.
he was using his psychologist words, right?
He's a sociologist, I believe, isn't he?
No, he was a sociology psych person. Right. Yes, that is correct. Now I lost my thing. I'm trying to put these together, so I stopped playing Wendy's clip. I got backwards here. Okay. Now, next question. Same interview. What did Jeff say Wendy always talked? I think it was the same interview. What did Jeff say Wendy always talked about? What did Wendy always talk about, according to Jeff? Do you know the answer, Mona?
I think. I don't know.
Well, you just did a little giggle, so I thought maybe you knew.
Oh, I was reading the comments. They're funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everyone got liar right away. All right.
I think Top Cat got it first.
I'm looking. Yeah, Beverly is buying whoever wins a bottle of bourbon.
Oh, okay.
That's wonderful, Beverly. I love that. Okay, what did she always talk about?
Oh, she talked about 3 of these things, so I'm not sure. You'll have to let us know, Dawn. Definitely talked about how much she hated Tallahassee. Definitely talked about the divorce all the time.
Mona got it.
Oh, well, I don't. Somebody else has to get it, so the divorce would be fair.
Well, it's too late now. I just put the question and answer up, so you got it on that one. Wendy always oh, Beverly, I love this one.
That is pretty funny.
This is correct. These are all correct. But he was talking about one thing in particular that she was, and I'm sure it irritated him, right? As the boyfriend, always hearing about the ex-husband.
Right, and then they had that awkward meeting.
Yeah, there's always going to be an awkward meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did Jeff say? Next question, you guys ready? I know, Beverly. What did Jeff say calmed Danny down in the early part of 2014? What did Jeff say calmed Danny down in the early part of 2014, the year that he was killed? It's definitely a red flag. I wouldn't date somebody who's always talking about their ex. No way. Mm-mm. Top Cat. Oops, Top Cat.
Oh, wow.
Yes. He had a new girlfriend and he was happy with Amy. Lots of people knew that one. X-rated. I'm not sure what that came from. Got his girlfriend. Okay. So the next one, sort of in this time frame that he was talking about, like a lot of things in one conversation. We'll play the clip. What did Jeff say Wendy told him in the days before Dan's murder that Charlie did? What did Jeff say Wendy told him in the days before Dan's murder that Charlie did?
Oh, I'm
Be
surprised.
specific as possible. I'm going to let Mona decide on this one after I read the answer, because you can't decide till I read the answer. I'll read the quote.
Oh, I think Taterbug got it.
Well, you don't have the quote yet.
Oh, okay. I do in my head.
Unless you've memorized it.
No, it's how I remember it.
Okay, okay. Guys, ready for the quote? Do you want more? I get Mona didn't hear me just say after I read the quote like twice. After I read the quote, Mona, because she just wants to wield her power. Okay. Good. Any more guesses or answers? We're going to call them, they're answers. They're not guesses. We all know the answer, just how close someone got. Okay, I'm going to call it. All right, here's the quote. Charlie looked into having Dan killed last summer. Charlie looked into is a good, that's the words he used. Charlie looked into having Dan killed last summer. That would have been the summer of 2013. All right, you get to decide, Mona.
Top Cat looked into hitmen.
There you go. Okay. JML really tried to hire a hitman. Yeah, it wasn't until later when he got it. Yep, that's good. And Tater.
Let me see what Tater said.
Who?
No,
I can put it up if you tell me who.
No, Taterbug.
Tater?
I think Top Cat should win that one. Looked into hitmen.
So you can't even see the comments over here in the screen?
Nope. Let me
even see them?
Oh, now I can. Okay.
Okay, I think you can see
I was
them.
trying on the other.
Well, you can see them. You just weren't able to comment for some reason. So it's easier here because you can kind of see them all at once. Like to bigger.
They're way
bigger.
They're crispier.
Crispy. All right, Top Cat it is. Woohoo, Top Cat. Oh, Top Cat thinks Tater is closer. So Top Cat, Tater said hired a hitman last year. Top Cat said looked into hitman. But I think Mona said Tater.
Yeah, because he looked into it. Right. And then he said, I can't remember if it was 15 or 50. Didn't he say that?
That was later. No, stop going forward. Because that's not part of the, I'm doing these in steps.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Very good. So next, how much did Wendy tell Jeff it would cost to kill Dan?
Who can type fastest?
And by the way, I'm going from his first interview, as I mentioned on that playlist. So his answers evolve later on. So this is the first thing he said. This is the first interview. And this is important because it comes up in trial. So what was the first? Charlie looked into having Dan killed last summer. And it would have been how much? One answer.
Oh, there was only one.
JML got it.
Okay, JML.
15. It wasn't later on until he said it might have been 50, right? He then said that much later. But he thought it was 15 because and you'll hear the quote. Okay. One more on this one, and I'll play the whole clip afterwards. When did Jeff say, are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Last question. When did Jeff say Wendy told him that that Charlie looked into having Dan killed? I wrote it wrong. When did Jeff say Wendy told him Charlie looked into having Dan killed? Same conversation. That's it.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is not, okay, we did this one already. This is not worded right. I'm sorry, you guys. New question. That one's, yes, it was the previous summer.
So when
Final question. But that's, yes, it was last summer of 2013. So yeah, we can give it to her, but that wasn't the question I meant to ask. So that's a question too. Okay. When was it that Wendy told Jeff this? When did Wendy tell Jeff? When did Wendy tell him this information? Dates. JML. Okay. See above. I like that.
Monday.
Okay. It was a date range, but I think JML gets it. I love that. See above. That's right. Okay. And the exact quote, we're gonna play the clip as the last thing we do tonight. So it was this is again from the first interview, between June 20th and July 14th. And that would have been the Monday. The July 14th date was the Monday before Dan was killed. And later on, he does expand on that, right?
was that the porch date time?
No, the day after that. Because he goes through, it couldn't have been this day. It couldn't have been that day. It was this day. That's how he narrowed it down later to be the Monday. But initially he said 15,000. And initially he said that this was between June 20th and July 14th. That's when she told him. But then later on he thought about it and looked at his calendar. Because remember, he was just back from his, Tennessee or wherever he went. I don't know. Where did he go? Tennessee. I should have made that a question. He went out of town the day Dan was murdered, or the date before, right? So he was just kind of coming back, and he was in his t-shirt still. All right, so let's play that clip for you so we get the whole. Here we go. You ready? It's a long one. I think this is it.
Welcome to Intero Bites. These are 15-minute videos taken.
Okay.
Anything, if you have any information that would be helpful to us, just
Wrong. Sorry. There's another one.
Welcome to
Sorry.
They would drive from here to Miami as a family, or this is before they had kids, even as a family, both. Danny would work on his computer, he had one of those converters, so he could plug your laptop in. When he was required to drive, and when he was required not.
Not me. That's not me.
Yes, sir.
Let Jeff. Here, I'm going to narrow it down because this one's under Jeffrey's Gems. It's easier to get to. I didn't realize I got the wrong link on there. Thought this was the right link.
Oopsie doodle.
No, I mean, it's in both places. All right, stop screen. There we go. It's Jeffrey's Gems.
Into the context of your conversation with her where that comes up about Charlotte.
Please.
So
She just, she's talking about Danny. She just
where
completely.
were we at?
We're at her house in the living room in late June.
Late June of 2013.
Yeah, 2014. Yeah,
I'm sorry, 2014.
Yeah, late June. And you know what this might have even been? This is sometime between June 20th and the Monday before Danny was shot.
Okay.
And I want to say it was right before, but I don't trust my memory on that, the date. And she's talking about Danny because it's all she ever talked about. Danny wasn't a human being, he was Satan.
He was what?
He was Satan.
Satan,
Yeah.
okay.
And what was so strange about this was that in January, February, March, they had a lot of court stuff, and I could see why she'd be so pissed off at Danny. Danny had calmed down. He liked his new girlfriend. The judge had read him the riot act in court when they went to court that one time and told the other attorney, you need to calm your client down and stop having your client write his own legal briefs. I'm sick of reading this crap. Danny was going to get his butt handed to him by the court, and when he was going to have to concede a couple things, but she was going to win, everybody thought. He had calmed down. He really had.
Isn't it interesting to see how brainwashed Jeff was? He still thought that Wendy was going to win. Of course she wasn't going to win. That's why she was so... But at this time, he thought, based on what she was telling him, he didn't stand a chance. Yeah, and he said Danny was she thought Danny was Satan. Mm-hmm.
I was trying to say, we could talk about Danny a little less. Danny's chill. Danny's happy with Amy. This is good. This is good for us, I was starting to see Danny a little more realistically at that point. So she's in the middle of these conversations where she's just ranting and raving about Danny. Very angry with Danny. She's pretty sensitive, and worst thing you could do for Wendy is point out that she's not perfect. That's what Danny represented to her is you're a liar, things like that. Anyway, she just comes out of the blue and I said, I just wish something, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, this isn't going to have to be fixed in the way you want it. You're linked to this man for your life. There's no fix for this, but you have to fix what you think and feel. And she said, well, Charlie did look into having him killed last summer. Said it would cost about $15,000.
$15,000?
Yes, that's right. Seemed cheap to me, but you would know better than I. And
it's I want to make sure I understand this completely.
Please.
So June, what was the date?
Between June 20th and March 14th, let's say. I think it's probably I think it's closer to July, between June 20th and July 14th. I think it's closer to July 14th.
Okay. She says,
Charlie did actually look into having him killed last summer. And he was told it would cost $15,000.
There it is. So that's where I got the info. Everyone's saying hi, Lorenzo. Hi, Lorenzo. All right, guys. So we need a tally. What's the tally for tally?
I think I have the tally right. Let's see. Top Cat for 5, I believe.
Yeah.
Taterbug for 3, Jersey Jude 1, JML 2, Helen 1, Lady Cymbeline 2, Shiraz 1. Top Cat was just rocking and rolling from minute 1.
Awesome. Top Cat. Okay, email me Top Cat. I will share. Oh, we're all finishing up. Carolyn, sorry. That was the total. So Top Cat won first place. That was interesting. Isn't it interesting to think like this was just over 10 years ago, right? And what has happened since this interview? Jersey Jude got the first one. Hey, I told you it would be a little easier tonight. I think it was a little easier tonight. But remember, you can always look on my community tab because I do put hints out during the week for the next game. So that's
full disclosure. I screwed up my topic this week.
Oh, she's gonna make a confession. We don't have to tell everyone, but okay. I
just want to say that because of the critique of the questions, the incorrect topic I wrote were very easy.
We're gonna save those that you're working over anything. Yeah, yeah, we'll save those. We'll call that the next category easy peasy.
Yeah, I would actually
want to try to figure out because I had a way. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I didn't want to put them in because I didn't want the overlap on the topic so much. So
Right, because you were all set and ready with everything.
yeah, we had 2 different categories. We ended up doing the same category. It would have been all the same topic. I started reading the first one. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, now, okay. I get it. Yeah, easy is my favorite.
But see how easy I made some of them? It was
Well,
just
tonight was not difficult. Would you agree? From 1 to 10, chat. 1 to 10. 1 being easy, 10 being difficult. Where do you think? Where do you think? 7. I mean, I don't think it was that. Okay,
because of the 5-parter, man.
based on the fact that there were so many correct answers, right? I'd say it's probably more like a
Look
5.
at this. Taterbug gives you a good rating because Taterbug won.
Jersey says 8. Okay. But did any of you look at the hints? Because if you looked at the hints, it'd be pretty easy.
I sadly have to say that I watched a lot of them, but it was very late last night, so I don't know how much went into my brain.
Amy, hi Amy. We are having a great time. We're having a great time. Yep. See, this is what I say. Should have reviewed the material. I love it. Now Taterbug says, oh, did I say tater? I meant tot. I get those 2 mixed up because it's like tater tot. And so I mix tater and top because it sounds like tater tot. Oh, that's just my thing. Yeah, same here.
Plus, I'm very inundated with a current trial right now, so my 8
Her mind is somewhere else.
Yeah. Many places. But
that's how my brain works.
It should we should be getting more information soon and get this whole process rolling forward, hopefully.
So anyone have any thoughts in the chat about what's going on with the appeal that's not an appeal that Everett's going to look at? Has anybody paid any attention to that? Or are you all just kind of like wake me up when there's a trial? Where are you at with that? Yeah, she's following Sarah Boone and she's giving me daily synopsis. It's a little too certain trials I just can't. I almost got sucked into that one, but I didn't. Yes, she has. It hasn't been announced yet. My understanding is that she does have somebody from Tallahassee, and we should know pretty soon because they will put in a motion to be. I forgot what that's called, to represent her. I forgot what the term was for that, but yes, the answer is I have heard yes, and we should know soon. Yeah, and where's Mr. Studley? Mr. and Mrs. Studley.
Are they here?
No, I'm saying where is Mr. and Mrs. Studley? They're not, because they're not
here. They're probably rebuilding right now. They really had terrible hurricanes.
Yeah, I know. They're busy. Okay, Annie says the Whale Harbor house went on the market yesterday.
Wow.
ML has done a little, yep, I've heard little bits and pieces. I haven't, and Tim did a little, and I can't even remember what either of them said. Yeah, mentors, James is going to have the most comprehensive, in my opinion. Yeah, I got that from him too, that he wasn't so convinced that it was like a shoe-in for a new trial. And I thought the same thing. They're going to have to show that not having Donna and Harvey testify would have made, first of all, that was something that he really wanted, but he wasn't allowed, but for having Dan Rashbaum as an attorney, I don't think they're going to be able to show that personally. And then also, was it actually part of the defense? How would it have been part of their defense? Why would they have called them? They said flat out they were going to have one person testify in the defense, and it was Charlie. Charlie didn't need his parents to testify to put up his defense. So, and then in terms of the prosecution needing them, obviously I think we were all aghast because we wanted to see them testify, but they were like, yeah, we're not going to call them. I think what it did do, from my memory, and which is not the greatest, but was it precluded them from having to be deposed. So they kind of did him a favor. Yeah, well, that's how he rolls. That's okay. I mean, whatever. Let's just say 50-50. He's pretty convinced. I know that Jeremy Mutz kind of said he lines up with Carl. I mean, a lot of people just, it's all over the place. So I'm getting
Nobody knows until we know.
into predicting outcomes of trials as an attorney, I think is kind of weird. Like, that's not a serious thing to do, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Do you know when the next hearing?
Why are they doing that? To what end? Oh, so I was right. Like, what about if you're wrong? Oh, yeah. We'll see how that goes. What, Mana?
Do you know when the next hearings are? Because I thought there were a couple scheduled with Everett's court, either for Charlie or Donna. Donna's December.
There will be one scheduled based on this latest, but I don't think it's been scheduled yet. But there was the hearing for the appeal, but they withdrew that. Now they have the other motion going. So
I thought
that'll take a little bit more time, I think, because it's going to require Everett to decide, and it won't be an appeal. At least for now.
Let him have a trial and be guilty again. I don't really care. It's just a waste of money for the taxpayers.
And Shiraz is absolutely right. I mean, and that's the point. It's great to have all the different opinions, but I don't really feel like, oh, this person is right all the time. There's nobody who's been right all the time. No one. Same for me, Jersey Jude. Cannot. Just can't. Too triggering. Right. The state has not replied. He just did this motion on the eve of doing the appeal, and it's like, yeah, never mind. We don't want an appeal. We want Judge Everett to look at this, that, and the other thing. And so the state has to reply, and then there will be. There won't even be a hearing set until after the reply. Based on what the reply is, there might be more back and forth before there's even a hearing scheduled.
I'm not sure, but don't they normally have deadlines of when they can reply also?
Oh, sure. But I don't think that's going to be
And
an
I
issue.
just
filed
assumed that Donna's December whatever, if it was December 10th, I can't remember, that her hearing would still be happening.
I'm sorry, say that again. What?
I thought Donna's was December something, 10th or something. I just didn't remember the date.
Oh, for Donna. Yeah, we were talking about Charlie. Okay, yeah, Donna's is in December. I think it's the 19th. Melissa, what does it say? What does that say on the screen about Magbanwa? I'm saying it correctly. What have I missed with her? What does it say on what screen? Does it say something on the screen? Oh, you're looking at up here. Okay. Dan Markel, as we await trial. This is some clips that I was playing from back in the day. These are older clips. And so what you're seeing is the title of the playlist there. Yeah. Back in the day, this playlist is old. Yeah, so that's what that is. And we were looking at the older videos in order to do our trivia game, our Jeopardy game. Yeah. Yep. It's great to replay this if you want to have some fun and just kind of refresh your memory. I think it's just really interesting to see Wendy, as much as it's annoying to listen to Wendy. To drunk Wendy, I had a much easier time preparing the questions, thinking about her as being drunk. It was like, this is kind of fun. If you think, oh, I'm drunk. Annie, yeah, they're not asking for an appeal. I mean, the appeal is off the table right now. for now.
You know, you see it, it's so interesting, different perspectives, because you're seeing it as her being drunk, and I'm seeing it as a really annoying psych patient.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I think about her being drunk, if I pretend she's drunk, it's much more tolerable than thinking about what she really is.
How do you like when he asks
Do you
a
understand what I'm saying? It's like I decide in my head, okay, she's drunk, so now I can take it.
Yeah, I just couldn't get to that place from my own life experience and dealing.
Oh no, you didn't miss another bombshell. Now we're good. Oh, thank you.
But what I have found interesting in reviewing, Dawn, what I found interesting in reviewing some of the clips was when Isom asked a real question, then Wendy would go and cover her face too, because she's
covering the face, and the mouth like this. Not even sometimes
put both her hands up at some real moments, and that I hadn't seen in a while, and it's hard to hard to watch her.
It is. She's hard to take.
But the biggest disappointment for me of the trial, being postponed, was not seeing Wendy walk in with whatever she was wearing, however her hair was, and however nervous she was going to be, because it heightens, I think, each trial. Do you agree? That her nervousness heightens with each testimony?
Yeah, I think probably. Yeah, I think the first one she was probably pretty nervous, but yeah, I would say she knows it's getting closer and closer each time, right? What I thought was, okay, chat and Mona in chat, please tell me what you think. So one of the things, I am the kind of person who always thinks, okay, I'm a super eternal optimist, right? So I think when this happened with Donna's trial getting put back on the back burner and being postponed, I was like, something's afoot, something better is going to happen. By the way, every time you type, it's really loud, so just...
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know how to do that, but
it's a quiet word.
Yeah, just so you know. Anyway, so when her trial got put on the back burner, I was like, I just sense that something's afoot and something better is going to come from it, right? And I also thought, somewhere in my head, I don't know in what order, but it'd be great. It would have been better to have Charlie and Donna tried together, because with that defense, that double extortion thing, the both of them could have just, which is, I think, what they were sort of going to do anyway, even though it wasn't being tried together, they were going to still use the same defense, right? Which is why he wouldn't have had her testify, because it would have damaged, her. It might have damaged her for her own trial. So, but I think there is a possibility, certainly, that Charlie is given a new trial because of all this. So if that were to happen, because of the timing and her just getting a new lawyer now, and of course Charlie would then get a defense attorney, because he only has an appeals attorney now. He'd have to get a new defense attorney. She'd have to get a new defense attorney. And we could have a double trial, just like Magbanawa and Garcia. And I think that would be really great, because they would be really pigeonholed in that way, right? I mean, there's a possibility that they have two different total defenses, which I don't think is going to happen. Then they would have to separate the trials out. But I think there might very likely be a double trial of Donna and Charlie next time. And then we've got, speaking of Wendy being more nervous, this is what made me think of it. Then we've got Wendy having to testify with both her brother and her mother being the defendants. Now, wouldn't that be beautiful?
I would like it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Georgia needs to try Donna, Wendy, and Harvey. Yeah, well, Donna, if Charlie gets another trial, it could be all four of them, but I don't think it will be. You think it's confusing for the jury to have Charlie and Donna together, or to have all four of them together?
I think that since basically Charlie's whole case was with Donna all the info that would be easy to try them together, not
Right.
using having
Right.
those two tables like at a certain the way that Katie and Sigfredo were. It was really interesting watching them surrounded by their lawyers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, which I really did enjoy that reviewing some of Wendy's questioning in the first two trials. It was so different than Charlie's trial.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. One of the things I would love to do would be an ambitious project, but would be to take Wendy's, all of Wendy's testimonies and actually focus on what did Georgia ask and how did she ask each question.
I
So-
really, really like,
and
especially
then kind of
watching-
compare them in a video and like lay it out in a video. I think that's something I've always wanted to do. I just haven't had the time.
it would be super interesting because I watched her in time and then reviewing some, and she really was able to summarize a lot as it went on, but give enough information. And I really like her style, especially after watching other trials when they do questioning and opening statements. She's so easy to understand emotionally, not just with her words. And I think she's wonderful, wonderful attorney, and I enjoy watching her at work.
Yeah, both Sarah and Georgia for sure.
And even the first woman that was with Georgia, I don't recall her name in the other trial. It wasn't Sarah. With
Yeah, she didn't play as much of an upfront role. I can't remember who that was. Yeah,
I used to know, but I also loved Sarah's.
be a great little question for Trivia Pursuit. I'm thinking we'll have to put that one down for next week. See, you got a hint this week. You got a
That's
hint.
hard though. I was only doing easies now, and then I blew my assignment.
Yeah, most people probably remember that. I just don't know off the top of my head. Shay Gonzalez, we are all friends. We are all friends here. So you're in the right place. You're very welcome to be friends with all of us. Taterbug, Georgia needs to try Donna, Wendy, and Harvey all at once. They could have different defenses. That could be, it would be confusing if they had different defenses. So that would be what would be however it would decide whether to split them or not.
But they can't know the defense.
They can. They can.
Really?
It's not always a big secret to be unveiled. It's not always like that. That was a Rashbaum thing. I mean, it happens occasionally like that, but they can know. Usually they do.
I thought they don't have to give up the goods legally.
They don't have to, but they often, it's often known. It's not that they're compelled to, but it's usually known what they're going to do. Unless it's like, oh, it's going to be secret, which is not typical. It happens, but yeah. Watching other prosecutors, you see how good Georgia and Sarah are. True that. Oh, you're a court reporter.
Isn't that so cool?
My cousin's a court reporter. Yeah, she has like that's an interesting job. That's good to know.
When I watch trials, I always watch the clerks and the court reporters with so much interest. I wonder if I've ever seen you before watching a trial.
Shay Gonzalez asks, how come Americans take sports so seriously? Like, let's say you are from Detroit, it's automatically that you back the Lions or the Pistons. Not necessarily. I mean, if you're born and raised multiple generations and your dad and your grandfather and your great-grandfather like the Lions and you're from Detroit, yeah, it's going to be like a family occasion thing, but it's not a given. It's not a given, especially these days. People have moved around quite a bit. So you see Lions fans in San Diego and you see Packers fans in New York. So it's really not like that anymore.
It's funny though, that Shay Gonzalez asked that question because we know why I don't watch football anymore because I took it so seriously. And
Seriously.
I was like in a bad mood for weeks.
Well, I'm glad I got to name your name correctly. That's fantastic, Shay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we're. Yeah.
Can we ask the chat what topics they'd be interested with the trivia? So
No.
there, that's an answer.
So Beverly, are you from Detroit? Multiple generations. I know that your son is really into the Lions. I know you mentioned that. So yeah. So as I've mentioned previously, that's a good point, Mona, for sure. What Mona just said. If you're interested in submitting a category of questions, feel free. I don't particularly like the idea of somebody just saying, here, do this category, because that means I have to do it and I have to go research it and all that. So like, if you want to do that, you can do it, but I'm not going to volunteer anymore. It's already like a certain amount of work, but if you want to give Mona a category to work on, for sure. Because it does take.
I would like a selection so I can see what interests me.
Yeah, I've been actually with mine. I'm going forward. I'm just going to go from my clips because it's just, I like to do it because then I can just like really easily provide the clip and it just instills it more into people's minds. Because I think a lot of people who do this game are doing it for fun, for community, to get together, but also to learn. And I think having a visual aid is much more powerful as a learning tool. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. I don't always do that, but yeah.
No, it's smart because there was a reason you focused on those at the time, and it accentuates it. It matters.
Right. And I think honestly, I have a really strong, I'm glad you said that, Mona, because I have such a strong belief that Wendy's police interview is what's going to
undo her.
Yeah, I was going to use a different word, but yes, that. So Beverly, this is interesting. Dad, Detroit police, Fort and Green, the Detroit Four. Tell us more about that. I need to look that up. Tell us more about that. I know this is an interesting history she has. And Shay Gonzalez says, I'm obsessed with Alec Murdaugh. He's going to get a new trial, I guess, from the Carolinas accents to the craziness. Yeah, it is kind of like a movie. 4 cops in a cruiser. What happened? I
don't know.
4 cops in a cruiser. Well, she'll tell us. It takes a sec. Oh, I'm glad you liked the questions. I felt like they were somewhat hard, but somewhat easy. I mean, that's what Jeopardy is. It's like you got your $100 question, your $200 question, your $300, your $400, however that goes. 1, 2, 4, 8, 1,000. Is that how it goes? So they get harder. There's like varying.
There's single and double. I haven't watched it in a long time, but the second round is more points, after the commercial.
Well, and they're harder questions. Yeah, so somebody can go in and ask for the hard one right up front. They can ask for the $1,000, but it's going to be a harder question.
Unless you know it, then it's easy. It's like the luck of the draw of whatever topic.
No, because these people know they're trivia people. So they're like Dan Markel when he was a little boy sitting in the bathroom reading all the trivia answers. Like they just memorized them. Always 4 cops in a cop car. So tell us more. I'm going to have to research this for sure. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, hey, it has been a pleasure. It's so good to see you every weekend. I appreciate that you coming on at 6 Pacific is easier for me. So hopefully it wasn't too late for too many of you. For those in the replay, I hope you're enjoying this. We missed you, but we're glad you're replaying. I hope you enjoy it too. Shay Gonzalez. I mean, you can ask the chat. I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time in the Caribbean myself, so I don't know the answer. But chat, you're welcome. You're welcome to answer that. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Mona, thank you for being my sidekick and showing up tonight and doing
My
the
pleasure. Thank you
all
thank-
the stuff. Yeah, you
thanks
guys.
for all your hard work. I'll study better next time and read my assignment more thoroughly.
Oh, and Mr. Hey Mona too. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, we're glad. We're glad we made it so much more fun. It's a Saturday night, and Shay, you remind me tomorrow is football day. I do have an NFL podcast, by the way, Shay, on this same channel, but I didn't want to answer for the whole chat. And yeah, so hang out. You're going to make a lot of good friends here. We're a fun group, right, Mona?
So this group is fabulous. I love the community that you have. Everybody's really nice, really encouraging, really warm and friendly and kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
we love
that's
that.
pretty good stuff.
That's the best stuff.
I like it.
I like it too. I'm glad you joined me, Mona, and did all that hard work too. It will pay off. Not tonight, but it'll pay off next time. Okay, guys, with that, good night. Mona, if you can hang out for 1 second, that'd be great.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
The crime scene or very near the crime scene on your way from your residence to, I guess, to lunch or to wherever you were going next.